What's up? Welcome back to The Long Game. This is a place where I journal everything together with you guys, documenting my lessons, some trading, discipline, and all other things trading related in public. Let's get into today, where today's lesson will be risk management. Most traders don't lose because they are wrong, but because they're oversizing. Risk management is incredibly important, and I have enough anecdotes to tell you why this matters, and you probably have heard the term risk management, but I'm here to tell you that risk management is literally the cornerstone of you becoming profitable. One bad trade can literally erase 10 good ones. You can be coming, in my previous video I talked about confidence versus ego. Your overconfidence, so when the moment your ego steps in, can manipulate you to oversize, and when you're oversizing, it's gonna be a nightmare. All the work that you would have done, all the good trades that you took, you can literally take it away in one trade. I know it because it happened to me. Your edge isn't entries, it's survival. If you don't control risk, the market will do it for you, violently. I have a story where you guys will think that will be pretty stupid with what I did. But I'm telling you, in the heat of the moment, and when you are doing it, and also when you had some help from your spirit guides, so I was feeling very confident. You will not see it coming that well. And I had some unfortunate things, like my battery about to die. I was at a foreign location, so I couldn't get there to the things I needed to be there. I was blocked by one of the exchanges, so I couldn't fund more. It was a whole fiasco. The bottom line is that I kept on adding more to my trade. I added more margin over and over again to my trade to save the falling knife, because I was really expecting that reversal to happen, and it just didn't. It didn't came until I got liquidated. This happened, of course, in crypto, a heavily manipulated market. On exactly the moment they decided that they needed to manipulate the price to get some juicy entries, which turned out that I was their exit liquidity. So very, very tasty for them, not so tasty for me. And with that, I learned the lesson of risk management. Risk management isn't protection, it is the strategy. Let me tell you this. In trading, you are using capital. This capital is probably your hard-earned money, or in some way it is given or earned where you are using it in order to make more of it. So isn't then your whole goal to make sure that the capital that you use in order to make more doesn't get less? Because the less you have, the harder it becomes to make it grow into a portion that matters. For instance, a lot of gurus say trade 1 to 2%. I think it's completely context bound, because 1% of someone who owns 100 million, they trade one trade in a year if they want to. They make a nice 5R, where the risk reward ratio is for every dollar you spend you earn 5. If you do that with a nice juicy swing trade where your risk reward ratio can even go up to 15 if you do a proper swing trade, you make 15 million in one trade, and you don't care. It's super easy, and because you have enough wealth, you don't care for waiting. So, which is a important nuance. People trade comfortably when they are, I would almost say, risk-free, when they feel like they have all the time in the world. Use this. Create for yourself a mindset where it feels like it doesn't matter, because everything is fine. And with that clarity, you can make some very good trades. Anyway, going back to the previous segment, the 1% of someone who is very wealthy can be already enough to sustain themselves with for infinite amount of time. But for some people, they are still starting. They want to escape the rat race. They want to remove themselves from Babylon. And for them, they would need to build up their credit. They need to build up their funds. So preserving the capital that they have is the most crucial thing you can imagine. It's so important. So how do you do that? Well, let's say, for instance, in our community we trade with lot sizes. And what we have as a handy thing to work with is for every $100 that you have in your account, you have 0.01 lot size. A lot size is a amount that reflects the commodity. So for gold it will be in ounces per. So one lot will be the gold price, where 0.01 is then 1% of it. So it's incredibly important to have these lot sizes based on how big your account is. And you will see that at the beginning it will be slow, because you're working with not a lot of capital, that you have to build something up. But you will notice that at some point, when you also become more handy at it, when we are also learning how to trade in the community, you will also notice that you will become to understand more. And at some point you're like, okay, I'm starting to get the hang of it, so you can up your risk a bit more. By then you should also have built your capital already a little bit, so you're probably trading with already profits, which also is already nice. And from here on out you will grow and grow more, where at some point you will start to make $50 per day. Maybe even you will start to make already $500 a day. It can really accumulate fast. You just have to stick to it. And what you need to stick to is risk management, again and again, and build that buffer. And after that buffer, you can up your risk maybe a little bit, but you need to make sure that you always protect your capital. This is your number one rule that you should stick to. Let me give you the solution in order to make sure that you will stick to risk management in the future, that you will not deviate from. You will have a fixed percentage per trade. You will make no exceptions, and you will not revenge trade. No matter how angry you get, or no matter how demanding you are of wanting to trade your money back, you will not revenge trade. And your only job will be to stay in the game, to be able to make it through long enough that you become profitable. Because this is the key pivot. When you reach this moment, you will be having the mindset of a professional trader who makes money. All I'm asking of you is to be patient. If you want to trade like a professional, start with risk. So, if this was useful to you, feel free to subscribe. I'm documenting everything as I go. Today was an educational lesson, although previous ones were also pretty much about education. But this one was especially about education. And this is the long game, and see you in the next one.